Have you ever wondered if you're using the right approach to orchestration? Maybe you've already started automating tasks and you're realizing that some processes still don't flow the way they should. Or maybe you're just getting started and you want to avoid costly mistakes. You know you need orchestration. You've seen how disconnected systems and manual work slow down your business, but you're faced with the critical decision of deciding whether off-the-shelf orchestration tools like Zapier, Make, or our personal favorite N8N are the best option, or do you invest in custom development to build a system that perfectly fits your business's needs at a cost? It's a decision that can either streamline your operations or lock you into a system that won't scale. Choosing the wrong approach can lead to wasted time, money, and frustration. So, let's break it down. Before we dive into whether off-the-shelf or custom development is the right choice for your business, I want to take a moment to welcome everyone here. If this is your first time watching, thank you for joining us. I hope you find valuable insights and stick around for more. And if you're returning, welcome back. I appreciate you investing additional time into learning how to improve your business operations with us. And I'm excited to help you build on what you've already learned. If this is your first time hearing about orchestration, or if you're not quite sure how it fits into your business, I recommend you check out our previous video where we break down orchestration versus workflow automation and how they work together to streamline. But if you're all caught up and you're ready to take the next step, let's get into it. Many business owners make the mistake of jumping into the first tool that seems to solve their immediate needs. They start with off-the-shelf solutions because they're easy to implement. But then, as the business grows, they run into limitations, workflows that don't quite fit, integrations that don't scale, and there's always the case of the rising subscription costs. On the other hand, some businesses rush into custom development too soon, investing heavily into building a system that might not be necessary. So how do you know which approach is the right one for your business? And more importantly, how do you know when to switch from one to the other? Today, we're going to break down this step by step. First, we'll explore the pros and cons of off-the-shelf orchestration tools, understanding where they shine and where they fall short. Then we'll take a look at custom development, diving into the benefits as well as the challenges that it comes with. Once we've laid out both options, we'll discuss how to determine the right time to move from one to the other so that you don't invest too soon or hold on too long to limited systems. But what if you don't have to choose just one? What if there's a way to combine the best of both worlds without compromising on flexibility or scalability? As we go through this discussion, we'll also uncover a third approach, one that brings together the strengths of both off-the-shelf and custom development. This hybrid method might be the perfect solution for businesses looking to balance cost, customizations, and scalability without unnecessary trade-offs. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear roadmap for choosing the right orchestration strategy for where your business is today and where it's headed to tomorrow. Now, if we haven't met before, let me introduce myself. I'm Terrence Bryant, founder and CEO of Innovara. We specialize in the strategy and development of practical and cost-effective software systems for business owners and leaders like you, ensuring that you get the most out of your technology without having to make all of the decisions yourself. Now, let's dive in. To better understand the differences between off-the-shelf and custom development, let's take a step away from business for a moment. Imagine you've made a commitment to transform your health and fitness. You have two options. You can join a popular gym fitness program with pre-designed workouts and meal plan, or you can work with a personal trainer to build a custom program designed specifically for your body, schedule, and goals. At first glance, the group fitness program seems like the obvious choice. It's ready to go. Just sign up, download the app, and you're working out tomorrow. Everything is laid out for you, the workouts, the meal plans, even the supportive community of people on the same journey. This is exactly like using an off-the-shelf orchestration tool. It comes with pre-built templates, a familiar interface, and a community of users sharing their solutions. But what happens 3 months in? The 6 a.m. workout time clashes with your early morning leadership calls. The meal plan doesn't account for your family's dietary restrictions or your frequent business dinners. The one-size-fits-all approach doesn't adapt when travel disrupts your routine, and those generic workout progressions, they're not addressing your specific mobility issues from years at a desk. Suddenly, the convenience you once loved becomes the very thing holding you back. This is exactly what happens when businesses outgrow the off-the-shelf solutions that they've implemented. Let me tell you about Leah, who runs a growing professional services firm. When she first started with automation, Zapier was perfect. It handled her calendar scheduling, automated her onboarding, and kept her CRM up to date. Her small team could manage everything with just a simple workflow. But as her firm grew to handle 200 clients across 3 different service lines, the limitations became painful. Her team needed to be able to coordinate complex client journeys across 7 different platforms, but the pre-built integrations couldn't handle their unique processes. Every time they added a new service offering or refined their client experience, they had to duplicate automations. Their monthly automation cost ballooned from 100 to over 2,000, and they were hitting workflow limits during their busiest season. Instead of streamlining operations, they found themselves creating workarounds. They added Make to handle what Zapier couldn't, then brought in N8N for advanced workflows, just like jumping between fitness apps and nutrition trackers. They ended up with multiple automation platforms that didn't talk to each other, each with its own monthly subscription and learning curve. This is one of the biggest limitations of off-the-shelf orchestration tools. They're like joining a gym that's perfect for beginners, but can't support your evolution into serious athletic goals. They work great at first, but become restrictive as your business scales. The very thing that was in place to make things easier now create new problems to solve. So what's the alternative? Well, let's talk about custom development and why building your own solution might be exactly what your business is looking for. Or not. Now that we've seen how the off-the-shelf solutions can become restrictive as your business scales, let's explore the alternative approach, custom development. While Leah's story shows the limitations of trying to piece together multiple automation platforms, there is another path that some businesses choose to take from the start. If the off-the-shelf solutions are like a structured group fitness program, then custom development is like hiring a personal trainer who tailors every detail to fit your specific need. At first, hiring a personal trainer feels like a major commitment, and it is. It's significantly more expensive than a monthly gym membership. It requires more time investment, and the demands are greater as it relates to accountability. But over time, you begin to see the value. Every workout is structured around your individual strengths and weaknesses. Your nutrition is optimized for your unique lifestyle, and your progress is monitored to ensure sustainable growth. Or at least that's what it's designed to do. When challenges arise, whether it's an injury or a scheduling conflict or even a plateau, your plan adapts seamlessly. Instead of forcing you into a one-size-fits-all program, your program molds itself around you. That's exactly what custom development is like in business technology. Instead of adjusting your workflow to fit within an off-the-shelf tool, you'll create a system that is built specifically for your business. It integrates seamlessly with your existing tools, and it should scale with your growth. Now, let's meet Daniel, the founder of a growing consulting firm. Unlike Leah, who started with off-the-shelf solutions, Daniel opted for custom development from day one. His vision was clear: build a centralized system that could handle complex client relationships, automate sophisticated workflows, and scale with his ambitious growth plans, avoiding the very limitations that eventually constrained Leah's business. The initial challenges were significant, particularly when it came to cost. Just as working with a personal trainer requires substantial upfront investment, often $5,000 to $10,000 for a 6-month program compared to a $50 monthly gym membership, custom development demands serious financial commitment. Daniel's initial investment approached $150,000 for the first 6 months of development, a stark contrast to the $100 monthly subscription of off-the-shelf tools. This investment covered not just the development team, but also business analysis, project management, testing, and infrastructure costs. The financial considerations weren't just about upfront costs. Like a personal training program, this requires ongoing sessions and nutrition coaching. Custom development demands continuous investment. Daniel's team needed to budget for regular maintenance and updates, which typically ran between $3,000 to $5,000 monthly. Security patches and monitoring added another $1,000 to $2,000 each month. Feature enhancements and scaling came in at $8,000 to $15,000 quarterly. Training new members cost $2,000 to $3,000 per person, and infrastructure and hosting costs added another $500 to $1,500 per month. For many businesses embarking on custom development for the first time, these numbers can be shocking. The key is to understand the return on investment timeline. Daniel's team didn't see immediate financial returns in the first 3 months. In fact, productivity temporarily decreased as team members adapted to the new system and processes. Much like your fitness might initially decline as your body adjusts to new intensive training programs. However, as the months passed, the ROI began to materialize in a measurable way. When Leah's team struggled with workflow limits and ballooning subscription costs, reaching $2,000 monthly across multiple platforms, Daniel's investment started showing remarkable returns. His team saw a 40% reduction in administrative overhead, client onboarding became 60% faster, project delivery times improved by 25% or more, and client retention increased by 35% due to better service delivery. Most importantly, they could now handle 3 times more clients without needing to proportionally increase their staff. The custom system adapted seamlessly to handle increasingly complex client contracts and evolving regulation requirements, while enterprise-level clients came knocking with unique demands. His team could accommodate them without missing a beat, like a trainer adjusting your program to meet a specific challenge or goal. Their custom platform integrated all client data, automated key workflows, and dynamically adjusted to the changes in the project scope, capabilities that would have required multiple off-the-shelf tools and complex workarounds. By month 12, the numbers told a compelling story. While the initial $150,000 investment seemed steep, it had already offset substantial cost. They no longer needed to hire 3 additional full-time administrative staff, saving $180,000 annually. Multiple software subscriptions that would have cost $24,000 annually, they were eliminated. They saved $36,000 annually by avoiding outsourced technical support, and the time saved on manual data reconciliation alone would have cost $48,000 annually in staff hours. Now rewind to hear those numbers again. The long-term advantages proved transformative for Daniel's business. Like an athlete who has developed perfect form and efficient movement patterns through careful coaching, his firm could take on more complex projects without proportionally increasing administrative overhead. This system's flexibility allowed them to pivot quickly when the market conditions changed, just as a well-trained body can adapt to new physical challenges. Most importantly, they built a genuine competitive advantage. Their custom platform became a key differentiator in client pitches and enabled service offerings that competitors just couldn't match. For business considering custom development, the key is to approach it as strategic investment rather than a technical project. Just as you wouldn't hire a personal trainer without a clear fitness goal and commitment to the process, you shouldn't embark on custom development without thorough preparation. You need a clear understanding of your current operational costs. You must establish measurable business objectives, or OKRs, and success metrics. You should plan for a realistic timeline for ROI, which typically ranges from 12 to 18 months. Your budget must account for both initial development and ongoing maintenance. And perhaps more importantly, you need complete team buy-in and commitment to the transformation process. The journey of custom development, like personal training, is an investment in your future capability. While the initial cost may seem daunting, the real question isn't about the price tag. It's about the cost of not being able to scale, adapt, and compete effectively as your business grows. For businesses like Daniel's, the ability to build exactly what you need and adapt it as you grow can provide a decisive advantage in today's competitive landscape. Now that we've explored both paths, let's take a closer look at what could have been done differently in each scenario. Because whether you choose off-the-shelf tools or custom development, the real key to success lies in having the right strategy from the start. Let's return to Leah's story for a moment. Like many business owners, she made what seemed like a sensible choice at the time. Starting with Zapier allowed her to automate quickly and see immediate results. But here's where things went sideways. She didn't anticipate how her business would evolve. As her firm grew to handle 200 clients across 3 service lines, the limitations of our automation tools became painfully apparent. It's like starting a fitness journey with a basic gym membership and a few workout videos. It's great for getting started, but not sufficient for someone training for a marathon. The real issue wasn't Leah's choice of off-the-shelf tools. It's that she didn't have a clear strategy for scaling her automation as her business grew. When she hit workflow limits, she added Make to handle the overflow. When Make couldn't handle certain processes, she brought in N8N. Each tool seemed like a solution, but actually added complexity to our technology stack. She was treating symptoms rather than addressing the root cause, if that makes sense. Now, Daniel, while ultimately successful, also reveals some important lessons. Yes, he made the right choice for his long-term needs by investing in custom development, but his journey could have been smoother with better planning. The initial productivity dip as his team adapted to the new systems, they could have been minimized with a structured onboarding process. The significant upfront cost, those could have been better managed with a phased development approach. Think about it like working with a personal trainer. Even if you've chosen the right trainer with a perfect program, you'll struggle if you don't prepare your schedule, nutrition, and mindset for the change. Daniel's team faced similar challenges. They had the right solution but needed better change management to implement it effectively. The core lesson from both stories is clear. The choice between off-the-shelf and custom solutions isn't just about technical decisions. It's a strategic one that demands careful planning. Leah needed a scalable orchestration strategy that looked beyond immediate needs. Daniel needed a comprehensive implementation strategy that considered not just technical aspects, but also the human side of change. This brings us to the crucial question. How do you develop an orchestration strategy that ensures success regardless of which path you choose? How do you avoid the pitfalls that both Daniel and Leah encountered? That's exactly what we'll explore next as we break down the key elements of a sound orchestration strategy that can grow with your business. But before we move on, let's be clear about something. Neither approach is inherently wrong. Just as there's no shame in starting with a group fitness class before moving to personal training, there's nothing wrong with beginning with off-the-shelf tools. And just as some athletes needed personalized training from day one, some businesses genuinely require custom solutions from the start. The key is understanding which approach aligns with your business strategy and having a clear plan for implementation. In this next section, we'll dive into exactly how to develop that strategy. We'll look at specific frameworks you can use to evaluate your needs, plan for growth, and ensure that whichever path you choose, off-the-shelf, custom, or even a hybrid approach, it serves your business not just today, but well into the future. Now that we understand what went wrong in both scenarios, let's talk about specific patterns in practice that will help you get it right. Because success isn't just about choosing between off-the-shelf or custom, it's about implementing the right practices from the start. Let's begin with process mapping. Before you even begin to think about technology, you need to document your core workflows in detail. Start with your revenue-generating processes, the ones that directly impact your bottom line. For each process, identify each and every decision point and step, as well as the handoffs between your team members. Map out how data flows through your organization, from initial customer contact to final delivery. This detailed mapping also reveals surprised insights. You might discover that your sales team is recreating proposals from scratch when they could be using templates, or that your project managers are manually copying data between systems that could automatically be synchronized. Next, implement what we call a single source of truth pattern. This means designing one system as the authoritative source for each type of data. For example, your CRM should be the single source of truth for customer information, while your project management system owns task data. This prevents the data conflicts that plagued Leah's team when they were using multiple automation tools. When you need that data in other systems, you create an automated synchronization process rather than manual data entry. Then there's the modular process pattern. Instead of building massive monolithic workflows, break them down into smaller independent modules that can be modified without affecting the entire system. Think about how Daniel's team could have rolled out the custom system in phases. You might start with client onboarding, then add project management, and finally integrate billing and reporting. Each module should be self-contained, but designed to work seamlessly with others. Another crucial practice is implementing what we call smart validation points. These are strategic checkpoints in your workflow where you verify data quality and business rules. For instance, before a proposal goes to a client, your system should automatically check that all pricing is current, all required sections are complete, and approvals have been obtained. This prevents the kind of errors that often creep in with manual processes. You also need to establish clear integration boundaries. This means defining exactly how different systems will communicate with each other. Will they share data in real time or sync on a schedule? What happens if one system is down? How will you handle conflicts? These boundaries help prevent the tangled web of integrations that often develop when businesses add new tools without proper planning. When it comes to data management, implement the progressive disclosure pattern. Not every team member needs to access all data at all times. Design your workflows to show information only when it's relevant to the current task. Not only will it improve security, but it'll also reduce the cognitive load on your team members, which is very important. Your orchestration strategy should also include flexible routing rules. These are conditional workflows that can adapt based on business criteria. For example, proposals under $10,000 might go directly to the sales manager for approval, while larger ones require additional review steps. As your business grows, you can adjust these rules without rebuilding the entire workflow. For monitoring and optimization, implement metric collection points throughout your processes. These should track not only the basic metrics like completion time, but also business-specific KPIs like client satisfaction scores or project profitability. The data becomes invaluable when you need to justify further investment in automation or identify areas for improvement. Don't forget about the change management framework. This isn't just about training. It's about creating a systematic approach for rolling out new processes. Start with pilot groups. Gather feedback, refine the workflow, and then expand to larger teams. Document everything, including common issues and their solutions, to create a knowledge base for future reference. Finally, establish a technology review cycle. Set regular intervals, quarterly for most businesses, to evaluate your tools and processes. Are they still serving your needs? Are there new integration opportunities? Are your automation rules still aligned with your business practices? This prevents the gradual drift that can turn even the best designed systems into a constraint. I know I've covered a lot of patterns and practices here, and you might want to review them in detail. Don't worry. I've included a complete breakdown of each pattern and practice in the description below for your reference later. This is exactly what we specialize in at Innovara. We understand that effective orchestration isn't just about technology. It's about implementing these proven patterns and practices in a way that aligns with your business goals and organizational culture. Our process helps you apply these frameworks effectively, ensuring your orchestration strategy drives real business value. If you're interested in exploring how we can help develop your orchestration strategy, you'll find a link to connect with us in the description as well. Now, if you were paying attention earlier, you might have caught me mentioning a secret weapon that some businesses are using to get the best of both worlds. Yes, I'm talking about a hybrid approach. In our next section, we'll explore how combining off-the-shelf tools with custom development might be exactly what your business needs to create a flexible, scalable solution while managing cost effectively. It's time to talk about the hybrid approach, a strategy that combines the immediate benefits of off-the-shelf tools with the long-term advantages of custom development. Think about what we've learned from both Leah and Daniel's stories. Leah's team got stuck trying to force complex processes into off-the-shelf tools, while Daniel invested heavily in custom development for even basic functions. What if there was middle ground that maximized the benefits of both approaches? Think about it like having both a gym membership and a personal trainer. The gym gives you access to all the standard equipment that you need, while your trainer creates a custom program for the specific areas where you need to excel. You're using each approach where it provides the most value. This is exactly how hybrid approach works in business technology. You can identify which processes are standard across most businesses, like email notifications or calendar scheduling, and handle those with off-the-shelf tools. Then you can look at processes that truly set your business apart, like your unique client onboarding procedure or distinctive service delivery approach, and create custom solutions for these. For example, imagine a consulting firm that uses standard scheduling software for client meetings, but has custom built their project scoping system. When a new project consultation is scheduled, it automatically triggers a specialized scoping process. This isn't about adopting new tools, it's about adapting technology to serve your unique business needs. If you're interested in exploring this concept further, check out our article on adapt versus adopt on our blog. Now, let's talk about timing. How do you know when your business is ready to implement these kinds of approaches? One of the keys to successful technology evolution isn't just about recognizing when to change. It's about understanding which direction to take. Let me share both the general signals that indicate it's time for change and specific indicators that tell you which direction to go. First, let's look at 5 clear signals that it's time to evaluate your technology approach. When your team regularly creates workarounds. When you hear phrases like, we need to check 3 different systems to get this information, or we have to manually copy data between these tools, that's a clear indicator. Remember how Leah's team had to create duplicate automations each time they added a new service offering? That's exactly the kind of workaround that signals it's time for a change. Another one is when your cost structure shifts dramatically. If your monthly subscription costs start climbing because you're adding more users, purchasing premium features, or stacking multiple tools to handle what should be a single process, that's your wake-up call. If you're spending more than 20% more on software than you did 6 months ago, it's time to evaluate your approach. When client interactions become limited by your systems, wake up. If clients ask for services or features that your current system can't support, or you find yourself saying, "Our system won't let us do that," to a reasonable client request, you're letting technology limit your business potential. Another indicator is when growth and efficiency disconnect. If your revenue is growing, but your efficiency isn't, meaning you add team members at the same rate as client growth, your systems aren't providing the scalability you need. Technology should help you grow revenue faster than headcount. Lastly, when competitive positions weaken. If competitors are offering services or client experiences that your systems can't match, that's a clear indicator. It's especially critical if these competitors are winning business because they can provide better reporting, faster response times, or more flexible service offerings. Now, let's talk about what direction to take. Here are the specific indicators that you should move from off-the-shelf to custom development. When your processes are unique and provide competitive advantages. If your way of doing things sets you apart in the market, don't compromise it to fit standard software. Custom development lets you maintain your edge. Another is when you need deep integration between systems that off-the-shelf tools can't provide. If data needs to flow seamlessly between different parts of your business in a way that standard integrations don't support, it's time for custom development. What about when compliance or security requirements demand specific controls? If your industry or clients require particular security measures or compliance features that standard tools can't guarantee, custom development may be necessary. Conversely, though, here are some indicators that you should stick with or move to off-the-shelf solutions. If your workflows are similar to other businesses in your industry, well-established tools likely already solve these problems effectively. Consider when rapid development is crucial. If you need to implement solutions quickly and can adapt your processes without losing competitive advantage, off-the-shelf tools are your best bet. Also consider when your team lacks the resources to maintain custom systems. This is a big one. If you don't have the technical expertise or budget for ongoing development and maintenance, off-the-shelf tools provide a more sustainable solution. Think about these indicators like a compass for your technology journey. They don't just tell you when to move, they show you which direction to take. And remember, they aren't always either-or decisions. Sometimes the best path forward is a hybrid approach, selectively customizing your most critical processes and keeping standard tools for basic functions. All right, let's wrap this up and bring everything together. We've covered a lot of ground today, from understanding the limitations of off-the-shelf solutions to exploring the potential of custom development and discovering how a hybrid approach might give you the best of both worlds. The key takeaway is that success isn't about blindly adopting technology. It's about adapting it to serve your unique business needs. In the description below, you'll find several resources to help you on your journey. I've included detailed breakdowns of the orchestration patterns and practices we discussed, along with real-world examples of successful implementations. You'll also find our article, Adapt versus Adopt, which dives deeper into making technology work for your business rather than the other way around. At Innovara, we're passionate about helping businesses like yours navigate these technology decisions. We understand that every organization is unique and there's no one-size-fits-all solution. That's why we offer personalized guidance to help you develop your right orchestration strategy specific to your needs. And here's something special for our viewers today. We're offering a free 1-hour assessment to 10 subscribers. Just drop a comment below with #Innovara, and you could be one of the lucky 10 to receive a personalized evaluation of your orchestration needs. During this session, we'll identify your zones of differentiation, evaluate your current systems, and start mapping out your technology evolution strategy. Whether you're just starting to think about orchestration or you're ready to make a change, we're here to guide you forward. Remember, the goal isn't just to implement technology, it's to create systems that truly serve your business goals and support your growth. As always, we appreciate you taking the time to learn with us today. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit that notification bell to stay updated on more content about making your technology work for your business. Be blessed, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.